Do you ever feel like fear is holding you back from what you really want? Maybe you know exactly what you want to do, but the voice in your head keeps saying, "What if I fail?" Or maybe you've started moving towards your goals only to find yourself paralyzed when things get challenging. You watch others take bold action while you stay stuck in the safety of what you know. Because here's what I've learned: fear isn't your enemy, it's actually information that can guide you towards your greatest growth. Welcome to Fulfillment Fridays, where we explore how to create alignment between your purpose and your path to fulfillment. I'm Ann Jones, and today we're diving into transforming fear from a roadblock into a roadmap because your biggest breakthroughs are waiting on the other side of what scares you most. I want to share 4 powerful strategies that will help you transform fear into freedom. Number 1 is your fear mapping strategy. This is your system for understanding what fear is really telling you. Here's what this looks like. Identify the specific fear behind your hesitation. Instead of "I'm scared," get specific, like "I'm afraid of being judged for my ideas," or "I'm worried I don't have enough experience." Trace the fear to its root. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? And what evidence do I have that this fear is based in reality versus assumption? Separate rational concerns from limiting beliefs. Distinguish between valid preparation needs, like "I should research this market," versus fear based stories like "I'm not smart enough to succeed." And reframe fear as guidance. When you feel afraid, ask, "What is this fear trying to protect me from? And how can I honor the concern while still moving forward?" Now, let's build on this understanding with action. Number 2 is your courage building practice. This is your daily system for expanding your comfort zone gradually. As Tony Robbins says, courage is not the absence of fear, but action in spite of it. Here's what this includes. Start with micro brave actions. Take one small step that feels slightly uncomfortable but manageable, like speaking up in a meeting or reaching out to network with one new person. Create fear exposure exercises. Deliberately practice the thing you're avoiding in low stakes situations, such as practicing presentations with friends before the big meeting. Build evidence of your capability. Keep a courage journal, documenting times you've handled challenges successfully, proving to yourself that you're more resilient than fear suggests. And don't forget to celebrate brave moments. Acknowledge when you choose courage over comfort, even in small ways, because this reinforces your identity as someone who acts despite fear. Number 3 is your support system activation. This is your network for navigating fear with community. Here's what this means. Identify your fear fighting allies. Surround yourself with people who believe in your potential and will encourage you when your fear gets louder. Create accountability partnerships. Share your goals with someone who will check in on your progress and gently challenge you when you're making decisions based on your fear. Seek mentors who've walked your path. Connect with people who've overcome similar fears and can share practical strategies from their own experience. And build your cheering section. Cultivate relationships with people who celebrate your wins and remind you of your strength during challenging moments. And number 4 is your freedom action plan. This is your strategic approach to moving forward despite fear. Here's what this includes. Design fear-informed action steps. Create plans that acknowledge your concerns while still moving you toward your goals. Like, I'll start with a small pilot project to test my idea. Set courage deadlines. Give yourself specific timeframes for taking action, preventing fear from keeping you in endless preparation mode. Create safety nets that build confidence, establish backup plans, and support systems that make taking risk feel more manageable. And measure progress by courage, not just by outcomes. Make sure to celebrate the fact that you took action despite fear, regardless of the immediate results. Now, let me show you how this transformation looks like in real life with a story that might resonate with you. I had a client in corporate leadership who had been watching massive layoffs sweep through their industry for over a year. Every month brought news of another major company cutting thousands of positions, and they could see the writing on the wall for their own organization. They'd been dreaming of starting their own consulting business for 3 years, knowing their expertise was valuable, but the fear had become so paralyzing that they would lie awake at night, scrolling through industry news about more job cuts and feeling sick to their stomach about their future. The breaking point came when their company announced a restructuring initiative, and they realized they were letting fear make all of their decisions. They were stuck in a cycle of researching business ideas, creating elaborate plans they never acted on, and making excuses about not being ready yet, while watching the industry landscape shift dramatically around them. Meanwhile, they saw former colleagues who had been laid off successfully launching their own ventures, and it became clear that staying in their current situation felt just as risky as leaving. So they started using the fear mapping strategy to identify their real fear wasn't being a business failure. It was the terror of losing their financial security during an industry downturn and the shame of their potentially struggling while their peers watched. Then, through the courage building practice, they began with small steps like updating their LinkedIn profile to reflect their consulting expertise and having one strategic conversation per week with potential clients in their network. Next came the support system activation. They connected with other industry veterans who had successfully made the transition to business ownership and found a mentor who had built a thriving practice during the last major industry shift. And through the Freedom Action Plan, they created a transition strategy that allowed them to build their client base while still employed, using their industry knowledge as a competitive advantage rather than a liability. What started as 3 years of paralyzing fear and sleepless nights watching disturbing changes in their industry became purposeful, strategic action. They launched their business 6 months before their company's next round of cuts, landed their first major client within weeks of leveraging their deep industry experience, and now help others navigate the same challenges they once feared. The industry instability that once terrified them became the foundation for a business that thrives on helping others adapt to change. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to share these strategies and stories with you each week. If you found value in today's insights, I'd love your help in reaching others who might benefit from this message. A simple like or subscribe would mean so much, and it helps the YouTube algorithm spread these insights to more people. Now, let me help you put these steps into action. Here are 4 powerful questions to start your journey from fear to freedom. Number 1, what specific fear has been holding you back from taking action? Number 2, what's one micro brave action you could take this week? Number 3, who in your network could support you through this challenge? And number 4, what would become possible if you used fear as information instead of a stop sign? Your dreams are waiting on the other side of your fears. If you're nodding along to any of this, I'd love to explore how we can work together to transform your relationship with fear and create a life you truly want. Click the link in the description below to learn more about coaching options and support for your journey. Share in the comments below what's one fear you're ready to transform into freedom. See you next Friday for more insights and inspiration. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to give it a like and share it with someone who's ready to follow fulfillment in their own way. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell for more follow fulfillment strategies and inspiration. Thanks for watching and see you next time.